check 1, 2. Also, low-key, a check to see the delay difference between Twitch and YouTube. Gets me every time. Oh my gosh. Sounds like I'm coming in good. Sounds like I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot, or is that about right? Seeing a lot of familiar usernames. Oh my goodness. Exciting. A lot of returning individuals. Welcome back, all. For any of those of you waiting who have never seen one of these streams before, welcome. Hope you get comfortable. We got about 2 hours of content we'll be plugging through in just a moment. A couple of last minute preparatory steps. We'll be going live here shortly. Gosh, excuse me. Wow. How rude of me not to mute my mic there. Oh my gosh. And no, I did not destroy that planet. That was the Okar. Fun little fact, this was the last site of the war. When this planet got blown up, the colonials were like, okay, we should sign a treaty. So I'm not talking while the stream is like going on, but I'm not showing anything. That's lame. Let's show stuff. Oh my goodness. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official Rockfish Games stream of Everspace 2. I am your host and your guide and your servant of all things Everspace 2, Eric Schrader, the community ambassador at Rockfish Games. Oh my goodness. What a delight it is to be here once again on a Friday. Getting ready for the weekend. We can just relax. We can talk about stuff that we've been doing, stuff we've been up to at Rockfish, give you the recap of the week, or in this case, the last 2 weeks since I was out last time. It just, yeah. So we got a little bit of stuff to cover. We'll be cruising through, let's see, what's on my plan? I didn't even write it down anywhere. You'd think I would have written it down. It's on a file somewhere on the computer. Basically, we're gonna be talking about some new stuff. You know, dang it, let's just go. Let's talk about some new stuff. Let's just like show stuff. Why talk about it when I can show you? Okay, so first thing, I think I loaded the wrong save. So that's always fun. Yes, I did. Let me try that again. There we go. Oh my goodness. So there have been a lot of little adjustments and tweaks and things over the course of the time. We are loading our save from last time with one adjustment, and that adjustment is that we changed our missile. Can you see the difference? Can you spot the difference? And we, what else do we do? Goodness gravy. I just want to dive in and show stuff. So let's just talk about this missile right here. You guys have said like, oh my gosh, the bomber's really good, but you know, there's not really a lot of missiles to like do anything with. You guys are familiar with the corrosion missile, okay? So like some of you are gonna get really excited about this. You're gonna be like, oh, It's the corrosion missile. This is a big deal. That's great. That's okay. Calm down. It's just one missile though. All right. That's not really a lot. There's not really a lot of being added there, which kind of sucks. Oh, hang on a second. I shouldn't have gone there yet. We'll have more to talk about with that later. But anyway, like the point is that we're adding a lot more stuff, and you guys should be excited about that. Since we want to make sure that you have a lot of diverse opportunities in whichever direction you want. So if you want to have a crazy number of unique and specialized primary weapons, that's an outlet for you. Or if you want to have a bunch of crazy, unique, specialized secondaries, that's also an option for you. Oh my gosh, what a concept. So in a looter shooter, we especially want to make sure that you have that variety. So just in the case of this stream, I'll be showing you the corrosion missile through the corrosion missile launcher. We got a high capacity one, not really a big adjustment, but for those who are not familiar, not acquainted with the corrosion missiles, you guys will absolutely know that this thing completely eats through a target's shield. Instead, it just consumes the whole, just slowly works away at it, much like you would assume any item in any video game with corrosion to do appropriately. Very good. Corrosion missiles are a scout's best friend. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So, we're gonna go ahead and launch out of here, and the idea of this stream is, since there's gonna be a little bit of stuff to talk about, I'm gonna just do like side quests. I'm gonna fly around, do some side quests, and while they're going on, I'll blab about some of the additions and improvements and stuff. So I'm gonna be flying my little scout boy here, because he's fun, I like him, he's my friend. And we'll head off in the direction of, I don't even know. But we're gonna go to the map. Look at that interaction. Is that not a fast way to get into the map? Some of you might have complained on the forums and said, oh my gosh, I pushed the map button and it takes like 17 years until I graduated college. I formed a pension plan. I almost went to a retirement home before my map screen loaded up. That's a problem, so we fixed that. So thanks for pointing that out to us. Couple of optimizations later, that's done. Also the music, yes, very much. Ah, very good. So little adjustments like that. But I wanted to go, we could do the data fishing, I think. There's a slew of them that we also need to trigger from Cedo. We haven't done yet. We just kind of like built them up. Not a big deal. So let's go over to Yaman Orbit, start this side quest. We'll talk about a couple more little changes. Tease, I think, yeah. Tease, Theas, Thighs. I don't know how to pronounce names. Although it sounds like my throat, like I'm a little sick or something. I might be a wee bit sick.
The freelancer agent promised a handsome reward if you steal all data from the outlaws in the area.
Yeah.
I have pinpointed the first terminal you may want to hack.
Okay,
beautiful.
Here goes nothing.
So we're gonna use this corrosion missile on a drone, which is basically like the dumbest thing to do, but just to give you an example of it, and it's just a very base level form. This is what the corrosion missile does. Slowly deals damage over time until the target either dies or just takes all of that damage, right? Pretty straightforward concept, I hope. And again, I think a lot of you guys are gonna be familiar with this, especially from Everspace 1. Now this sniper really needs to be addressed pretty quickly here. So let's also focus him down. Ow! All my shields and half my armor in a single shot. Okay, well that's on me. That's fine. Excellent. Okay, got a couple more folks to take out. Let's go ahead and shoot the corrosion missile. So you see there, it goes through the shield, completely bypasses the shield and eats away at his hull. This is a unique trait of this missile. It will be added in the description later. Not quite there yet. Sorry about the fast rotations for anybody who's like already nauseous of my flying. Excellent. Some turrets. Okay, we'll just we'll take these out casually. Nothing too crazy to see here. And we're gonna start procuring the goods for the side mission. Oh, excellent. We get to talk about something else. Just gonna make a little bit of space here so we can discuss. So another little quality of life improvement, a very minor one, but one that, I mean, is kind of important so you don't miss out on something. When you get a new perk to choose, right? So Adam Roslin, level 10 perks, right? We get to choose something new. Well, we added these little indicators here for like when you're picking up new items, right? So now you can actually see it, and when you hover over it and you've discovered what it is, it goes away. So you can like quickly look over them, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then the perks, I was told that this was gonna be highlighted here, and it's not highlighted. I'm upset. I'm mad at somebody on the team. I'm not gonna say who it is. But maybe it's gonna be in the next upcoming build. Maybe it didn't make it to the Steam build. But regardless, we wanna have that same little indicator show up here. That's gonna be the idea. So we'll have the little yellow indicator showing perks, and then it'll show on Adam so you know you have something to select, all right? That's the basic concept. So when you have something to choose, the game shows you to go freaking choose it and not fly around like a moron through the course of a stream that was streamed 2 weeks ago and not choose a level 5 perk, you dummy. Excellent. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose, I really like play it safe. It kind of feels like the safe option, but like I feel like I get the most use out of this because I like to just like use devices. So we're gonna just deal with that. And we'll just go with it. Otherwise, we have a lot of stuff for our other perks, which are still highlighted in the green, as you guys are familiar with. So nothing new or crazy there. I haven't gotten any perks yet. Oh my goodness, I'm slacking, guys. Holy cow. We'll worry about that later. Go ahead and do the side mission. So, if memory serves, I think we're adding like 4 missiles. We're working on like about 4 missiles right now. Maybe 5 missiles? I can't remember. There's a lot. But we're also still working on item modifiers, and
hacking sequence.
Also, we've been working on like the high capacity. This is a prefix. Prefixes work differently than modifiers. A modifier in this case would be the cannot be damaged listed on this missile specifically, right? So cannot be damaged is a modifier. High capacity is the prefix. So we've been working on our prefixes, tweaking those. Shout out to those of you who have caught the prefixes that don't actually modify the weapon because of certain features not being applicable. And those modifiers and those new prefixes will be hitting eventually. We're also making sure that the new missions that we're working on and the new system is getting that very unique treatment so that it feels right, it feels appropriate in building that additional content in the game. But rest assured, the itemization is very important to us to make sure we are constantly making stuff fun and meaningful and also thoughtful in your selection back and forth. Because if you just keep finding stuff, it's like, oh, well, you just use the highest level item. That's not really that fun. So that's why there's gonna be a lot more variety coming to the items through modifiers and whatnot. This guy. Actually, this is a close quarter. Let's try and have him run into the wall. No, we missed. Ah! Well, that was almost terrible. Did I say almost terrible? It is terrible. Everything's terrible. All right, let's get this guy. Gotta wait for the lock-ons.
You are too far from the terminal. As it stands, I cannot proceed. This is better.
Thank you, Hive. All right, try and hit the prototype. Okay, good.
Commencing download. It is done.
If only the hacker.
No!
I already added the location of the next terminal to your display.
Oh no! Woo! Yikes, Weber drones, the slayer of scouts. Oh gosh, that was way too close for comfort. All right, we're gonna oh nope, we're gonna lock on, corrosion that guy, which is gonna break his shield all the way through. Someone might be watching me play this and be like, man, he's using the scout entirely wrong. It's supposed to be a long distance ship. I mean, you're actually not wrong. But for what I have right now, this is what we're working with, and we will survive. There. Ah! Gotta wait for that missile lock on. Excellent. A new coil gun. Let's see what we got. Everything is better. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh gosh. Pro tip, when flying through space to get to a hacking terminal, don't read your chat. And if you do, be prepared to running into an outlaw base with missile launchers. I think we're gonna be all right. We had just enough boost. We should probably get some better thrusters because I'm feeling like we don't have a lot of mobility here. Okay, take out these turrets. All right, it's much better. Wonderful. Oh yeah, this coil gun's much better than our last one. That feels nice. All right, pick up some goods. Get to the terminal. Excellent. Don't forget to read chat. If you do, there will be lots of downtime later going through missed questions. That's fair. That's very fair. And this is a quick point and of appreciation to all the members of the Rockfish team who are also present in the chat, helping to answer questions, because sometimes things get a little crazy during the stream. Ah, delicious. Excellent. Yeah, my apologies on my voice. My voice is being dumb today. Big dumb voice. Weber plus detonator equals rip. Yeah, just about. I got hit by that detonator, which took away all my armor like a dummy. Thankfully, it wasn't at the same time of getting hit by those Webers, because that would have just been GG. But you gotta know what you're up against in order to like really capitalize in the moment, or you will get slain by it.
For the sake of human comprehension, I am willing to call this a thing from here on out.
Thanks, Hive. That's a sniping drone. Let's take our attention to it. Where are you at? No, you're behind us. Oh, goodness gravy.
Turn back. I am losing connection.
Okay. Just really didn't want to have to deal with that guy. Okay, good, good, excellent. Nice, excellent.
Try to stay close this time.
Good to see that other outlaw drones are still made out of cardboard. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, so if we had an armor drone come into play, all the drones effectively get protected by that, dang near doubling their hit points, if not more so. So you still have to be mindful of what's out there. I'm kind of fortunate that these sniper drones are getting all up in my grill because they do not operate well at close range.
I am losing connection.
I'm going. Hold your horses. All right, thank you. Perfect.
That showed them.
It's always fun when you have the text-to-speech mixed with the actual voice work we've done. That will be rectified in the future, of course. Placeholders are fun because gamed up. I'm actually a big fan of this side mission because it gives a lot of what many of you have been asking for, where you want kind of like a gauntlet of challenges, right? Where you're coming together in a situation where it's like waves of enemies. And that's what this one provides. Exactly that. Waves of enemies that you have to best.
How many more to go?
I only detect one more server in the vicinity.
Okay, let's.
And there's a lot more missions that are based like this coming in the future as well. Just to really stretch your talents and abilities, and also to optimize those synergies that you'll inevitably be putting together through the itemization. All right. I think we have one left. We'll just boost over there to keep things hot. Just stopping by to say hi. Oh yeah, that's greatly appreciated. Why would you use something for its intended purpose? Oh my gosh. Will there eventually be missions that can only be flown with certain types of ships? That's a great question. One of the things that we are putting a lot of emphasis on through the development of Everspace 2 is that accessibility factor. So for example, at least through the course of early access, we aren't restricting like the devices between ships, right? This is intentional for right now. That could change. We have no restrictions of weapons or secondaries between types of ships. That's intentional right now. It could also perhaps change. In regards to the territory of missions themselves though, that gets sloppy. And the reason it gets sloppy is because we're putting a lot of emphasis. Sorry, I got distracted by Michael's response, as Michael's the CEO. And he's basically saying what I'm kind of trying to say, so I'm just gonna read what he says. He says, that would be against the concept of a looter shooter with spaceships. Pilots need to be able to play any mission with whatever ship they pick. There we go. Thanks for simplifying that, Michael. I was probably gonna rant about it for the next 5 minutes. All right, back to the game.
Initiating the thing.
Yes!
It sounds a lot cooler when I say it.
It sounds cool to whom?
Oh, forget it. Just concentrate on the hack while I keep us alive.
Excellent. Oh yeah, the worst best friends knows what's up. He says KISS. And you all should know what that stands for.
This is bad.
That's not that bad. Okay, this is bad. That's a madcap. All right. Oh, that's a sniper drone.
I recommend moving closer to the terminal.
Whew, okay. Oh gosh, that's an asteroid. My goodness. We have to get closer, but I'm gonna try and weaken this guy, soften him up a little bit. The Outlaws are not messing around in this territory. All right. Ouch. Now our ultimate has been ready, but the problem with the ult is that it's not ideal to use with the weapons that we currently have, unfortunately. Maybe we can change that? Oh. Hello there. I'm gonna need you to calm down. We're not ready to show you to the party yet. As much as I would love you right now in this situation. Ah! Ah! Okay. Okay, okay. All right, let's see if there's anything we can swap. Okay, nope, just that coil gun. Nope. We're just gonna keep going. What we've got. Ouch! Ouch! All right, yes, very good. So something to also point out to that question regarding, like, are certain missions going to be ship locked, right? What I will say to that is certain missions are probably going to be better for certain particular play styles more than others. And because the ships are bound to different play styles, one could argue that certain ships will be better at certain missions. I probably wouldn't recommend the Scout for swarms of enemies missions.
Download complete.
Finally, I could really use some idle super light time now.
All right, cool. We're getting out of here. It's dangerous. Whew. Now we need to see where we need to go next. Oh my gosh, I love how quick and snappy that is. Data fishing. We need to track that one.
So, hi, can you tell me what you just stole?
Hit lists, diaries, accounting files, binge drinking videos.
Any treasure coordinates? Or fancy weapon blueprints?
No, but if you are interested to see some photos of Ulgrim slug whales.
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, excuse the throat. My apologies. Just getting through a little bit. I think one of my children is sick, and you know, it's always fun because you know you gotta take care of your kids. Duh. And they love you so much that they share everything with you. And that's what it comes down to. It's fine. This too shall pass. All right, freelancer hanger.
Here you go. 3.86 quintilobytes of random data. I do hope your client can find value in binge drinking videos.
That is up for them to decide. I, for my part, am very glad that I can finally show them something at all.
Sounds like you had this assignment lying around for a while now.
Beautiful.
That is true. Frankly, you are the first one who made it back alive. Let me check the integrity of the files.
You should have never taken the assignment. Sending contractors to their doom for something this vague doesn't seem right to me.
He's got a point there.
If it was any other client, I would agree. But to people like this, you don't say no. Well, the packages look fine. Here's your payment.
I guess you don't want to elaborate on your client's identity?
No. But now that you've proven yourself, you may find out soon enough. I'll call you if something new comes up.
All right. See ya.
Beautiful. So I see a question. Any chance for encounters with ace pilots? Named enemies with epic or unique loot. So I'm gonna answer your question with with a little bit of a tease, because simply put, there's still so much more to talk about in that territory, but the player can get a bounty on his head, right? So why would there not be other bounties that exist in this world? I mean, shoot, we even had Maurice, one of the greatest French robots that has ever existed, distributing bounties in order to maintain his status in Age of Chivalry, a very popular mobile game at the time of this world. So for sure, there would have to be something more to just simple little ships flying around, right? Oh man, I miss Maurice. Let me tell you what, I do miss him. Yeah, he's great. If any of you guys are like, wait, who's he talking about? Maurice? Age of Chivalry? What? Like what? What's he All right, so first off, check this out. DLC for Everspace 1 adds a bunch of new characters, one of which is Alec, who joins us here in Everspace 2. But adds some delightful little stories, as well as a handful of content. So if you do not have the DLC to Everspace 1, I know that it sounds like I have just like this major bias because Rockfish Games is slapped on my shirt right there. But honestly, like, let the reviews speak for themselves. It's like still over 90% positive. It's like 90, 92, 93% positive, something like that. And like, yeah, it makes Everspace 1, like it so much better. It's just so much better. It really does. Just because it adds content to develop and like establish through your runs. Want to make sure that I'm not missing anything here. Any chance of real-time GI or shadows and reflections? All of them maybe. So there's a lot that we've been working on in regards to like modern improvements through technologies that are available, some of which that aren't quite available yet and whatnot. We are taking great care in how we are approaching that technology for its use, some of which we have to just cut out because it's not very valuable, some of which we have to add because like it's a no-brainer. In regards to the specific additions of GI or shadows and reflections, I would have to poke in with Casper, who looks like he's just leaving the stream, or defer to Michael, who is answering the question. My goodness, Michael, you are on point today. Look at you go. He says, real-time reflections in open space don't add much, but cost a lot of performance. In many places, SSGI is even better and way faster too. So real-time shadows can be nice, but don't work yet due to tech issues. So there we go. Thank you for that response. Just helping clarify those points. Shadows would be dope to, oh man, it certainly would be dope. It would actually be amazing. But we have to make sure that what we're adding into the game, we're not just adding it because we can. We need to add it because it does add that value to the game space without requiring a NASA computer in order to play. There's some weird stuff out there with technology. All right, so we are going to repair and restock because we had a little indicator saying, hey, your ship's damaged, fix it. And then we are going to, we could look for other ships. Maybe we could cycle out for another one. That interceptor I liked. Actually, I really liked the look of this one. I like that guy. That's a pretty looking interceptor. Striker's always a good choice. We might keep flying around with the scout a little bit longer. I need to earn the trust of the scout a little bit more. And you know what? We'll do a high risk area to really test our mettle. Let's look and see if there's better weapons though. I'm so excited. I just sometimes I forget that you have to, like, you know, purchase things. Phase plating, that's a little bit better. I think we're gonna go ahead and buy that. Let's see. There's another corrosion. A standard booster. It's got a lot of speed gain. That could be useful for the scout, even though the recharge speed's a lot slower. You know what? I think we're actually gonna go with this. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this. Also getting that added firepower and precision, which will help. All right, cool. And because they're available, I'm just gonna start plugging in some of the stuff here, because I want to upgrade our tractor beam and maybe make repairs cost a bit less. And then this we absolutely want to invest in as well because it's such a delight. Super gel, that's going to be an important one to distribute. Where are you at? Super gel. All right. Cool. Distribution complete. Finn says, not just better, the DLC makes Everspace 1 complete. I will completely agree with that. You do get the full story of Everspace 1 without the DLC, but the Everspace Encounters DLC just adds so much more to the world, to the characters of that world, and then also just creates a richer gameplay experience because it's on a loop, right? As a roguelike.
Excuse me, you cannot dock here. This runway needs to be cleared immediately.
I know.
I am expecting an important shipment at any moment now.
Don't listen to it. Its fragile cyberbrain cannot comprehend that the shipment it's talking about already passed us by days ago.
The system is not capable of such errors.
We even received a message that it ended up in transit limbo. You read it yourself. It says the jars are stuck at the border to Zharkov. Probably already making little jar babies and figuring out elaborate jar retirement plans.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Removing cargo from a Radiant Brunt warehouse is illegal.
It is, but sometimes cargo just vanishes. I don't know. What do you think, sir?
It happens.
You're speaking as an expert?
Things vanishing from stations? I guess, if you put it that way.
Well, how about I give you the shipment signature? If you happen to stumble across it, you could just let us know.
It is peculiar how quickly people confide in you.
Maybe I just come across as a trustworthy guy.
Or as a crook for hire.
Excellent. I'm just like poking in on the conversations that are happening over on Twitch right now. Desiring that super fast fire rate. Yeah, so Gauss Cannon's gonna be your friend for sure. But also autocannons are really great tools. Also the repeater, the Bloodstar repeater, if you haven't come across it, it's a scatter gun that rapid fires, hence the name repeater. Those are all gonna be right down your alley. And as your ship giftee, I think that you would be completely thrilled with the gunship because it inherently doubles the fire rate of any weapon used because you have twice as many weapon mounts on the exterior of the ship. So definitely keep those things in mind for some absolutely crazy fire rate opportunities. So let's see. Wait, what was I saying? Ray tracing shot. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? Real time? I was saying real time. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that correction. Sorry guys, sometimes I'm a doofus. Yes. Ray tracing shadows don't work with volumetric lightning yet, and there's another issue due to us using an unusually high number space for extra accuracy. Yeah, thank you again for that clarification, Michael. Goodness gravy. Can you tell I don't really do too much on the side of like the technological advancements within the development? My focus is on like the gameplay experience, okay? I just want to make that abundantly clear with you guys. Like, I'm all about making sure weapons have meaning and value. The itemization is rich and alluring to you. So if you find 2 items, I want you to scratch your head and go, well, this one's doing that, but that one's doing this one. I'm not really sure what to take. Instead of you going, oh, well, this is an absolutely dumb freaking experience because clearly everyone's gonna choose this one over that one. That's my role, okay? Oh my gosh. But yes, Michael, again, thanks for those points of clarity. with how we are utilizing modern technologies to make Everspace 2 look good. And let me tell you what, we have a bit of a screenshot showcase at the end of the stream, because you guys and the shots you take, it's insane. So we're gonna make sure you get that love and attention from us. It's so good. All right, so let's go ahead and maybe we should do these low quest missions just real fast. We could do these while we talk about some other stuff. So we're gonna do the Undead ship, a very simple one at the very start of the game that I just haven't done yet. Just knock it out. Everspace 2 absolutely cooks my poor 1060. Yeah, you know, there's still gonna be those instances where stuff like that happens. But rest assured, we're doing our part to optimize, to prioritize, to conceptualize, to do some other things that end in eyes, to make everything so much better for you. My personal experience, like with Everspace 1, I was playing Everspace 1 on a basically a potato of a machine at the lowest settings, and I was still pulling like 30 frames per second, which was all I needed. It was fine, it was great. So we want to have like we have our system specs posted. You can see that our minimal specs, like, yeah, okay, they're kind of, it's a little bit more demanding than I would say a traditional indie title. But there's a lot of reasons for that, and you can still operate with something that doesn't hit those recommended settings if you're playing everything turned down, and you know. So we're doing our best to make that solid middle ground. Happens to the best of us. Yes. Story of our lives, right? Oh my gosh. It's like stream's getting too real. Back up. You're playing on a potato too? Some ray tracing can be yummy. Oh yeah, and some ray tracing can be absolutely destructive. It's you know, you gotta pick your battles, right? But I trust my teammates and making sure we're bringing everything to fruition in the most positive way possible. And I have a feeling a lot of you do too, since you keep coming back to these streams. 150 plus frames per second max settings on my RTX 3090. Man, dude. Like, I feel I just got a little bit jealous. Just got a little, get out of here. Yeah, like, just like waiting for the mob just to be like, ah, get him! Like, that sounds insanely good. Whew, yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this little mission. For those of you who haven't seen any of these sort of sites of interior spaces, we are doing a lot of this in Everspace 2. I've shared this story before, but dang it, it warrants another story tell. Everspace 1 actually changed quite a bit, especially for Michael. You can attest to this. Like, when we were going through development, everything was in space, all these space vistas. You know, we had these large asteroids that you could fly through. Excuse me. You could fly through, but there wasn't anything like too detail oriented on an interior space. And so we hit this update where we added the colonial derelict stations, and it was very eye-opening for us. It was like, hey, there's something really powerful about this interior navigation of like dexterous play, if you will, right? In a game where, okay, look, I keep getting loot that I can't show yet, okay? This is not my fault, Michael. Anyway, but like,
Now we're talking.
we are, like, we're really happy with how this space, like, changes the format of how you enter into the game space. Like, it changes it from just being, oh, you fly around in 6 degrees of freedom and pew, 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 and, you know, like, everything is great, to, like, now you have these, like, intentionally level designed linear pathways that you have to be careful in how you're navigating with your ship. It's no longer just a pew pew galore. Now you really have to take care in your vessel and how you're learning to control it. Let's see what's in here. Energy injector, perfect. Oh, we need another, look how fast that was going to the map. Oh my gosh. We'll do this one as well. See this indicator? Look at that. Anytime you grab a new item, shows you that there's something there. We're gonna lock this in. I'm gonna answer some more questions. I remember in college playing Portal when it launched and it had like 720 by 2080, all settings dropped as low as I could. Oh yeah, I remember that too. What's the team's estimation about how much % extra frames per second we'll get once everything's fully optimized at 1.0 release? Few percent, dozens, over 100? I mean, if we're being real, like, if we're really cracking open frames per second and we're looking at it from a functionality standpoint, a game gets by with 30 and it's fine. 60, usually optimal. Above that, you're not really picking up too much of it in your eyes unless you've got a lot of adrenaline going, in which case, because it's a fast-paced shooter, you could argue that 144 would be fantastic. Beyond that, all you're really doing is hurting your computer. But if you've got that capability and you're like, man, I've been cruising through this game at 300 frames per second, if that's what you want to do, like if that's something that makes you proud, go for it. But we're not optimizing for that, okay? That's way too far out of the territory of what we want to optimize for. So do note that a 60 frames per second territory is really where we want Everspace 2 to be played, but you will have the capacity to chug it out at 144 through certain types of optimizations and stuff. Yeah, 144 does feel a lot better than 60. You're right. It does. Absolutely. I completely agree with you. But again, I'm talking about like from a functional standpoint, right, Excelsior? So, but that's neither here nor there. Somebody can like pop out with the studies and be like, dude, no, that's totally wrong. The naked eye can look at these things. I don't care. We want to make a game accessible, and we don't want to destroy your computer in the process. So that's just know that.
Don't let them get away.
All due respect, of course. With all due respect. Okay, we are gonna take out these bad boys. We're gonna do the good, the bad, and the decent. This one's a nice simple one too that we can talk about stuffing things in the process of doing it. Maybe find another drop of something we're not supposed to show yet. That would be nice.
4, but the Viper jumped out. Is the package still there?
Go check on this. Frames win games. Yeah, especially in a multiplayer setting for sure. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Can't find it anywhere. What ship types did the group fly? Apart from that elite Viper, there were 2 Madcaps, a scout, and a sniper drone. Just as I thought. I hate those guys. They'd pestered me to sell them the wares, but I turned them down. They didn't happen to have left their address by any chance? The Viper pilot has his lair in Rhodia orbit. I would be very grateful if you could get my package back. This will cost you. How about a raise up to 3.5K? Sounds fair. I'm on it.
Oh man, I started some nonsense in the chat. I feel like I should apologize. Just remember, guys, like, there is a bit of subjectivity to the conversation pertaining to frames per second, all right? So please respect your gaming compadre out there. We're all gamers. We all want to have fun. Some of us do it in a certain way, some of us in others. That's fine. Be a friend. not a jerk. Somebody's like, why would I be a friend? Well, because nobody likes jerks.
Send you? Yeah. Now don't try anything funny.
Oh, look at this corrosion missile. Hey, I've got those too.
Never.
Take that, punk.
They say that I'm just like everyone else. But with this, I'll prove them wrong. I will finally stand out. I warned you.
Beautiful.
Hey, it's me. Did the package contain some Viridian paint by any chance? Yes, that's it. The recipient is already waiting for you at the Outer Rim. You know that Viridian products are illegal. I'm sorry, but I'm not paying you so well to ask questions. Point taken.
Oh, hey, didn't notice the voice acting. Can you change back to audio, to auto voice, please? So I'm doing some of the missions that came out of our first package. And when I say first package, I mean through the early access content that we initially released that we had voice acting done for. So up to a certain mission, we have voice acting. And we're gonna wait until we have a slew of new missions, so we have a lot of the lines of dialogue established to get another package of voice acting presented, which is why you're kind of seeing an amalgamation of automated voice versus completed voice. So no worries. Can I ask when controller vibration will be added? I guess it's not in there. For some reason I was thinking it did, but maybe you're right. We have that in Everspace 1, don't we? Regardless, I don't think it's a priority right now. But I don't see why we wouldn't have that unless there's a team member who's like, Eric, stop what you're saying, and we're not gonna add it because it's incredibly difficult for some reason that you don't understand. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to defer to someone else who's out there. Maybe Michael has some infos. But personally, I'm a mouse and keyboard player. I don't like things rumbling in my hands.
Supposed to meet? You have the package? Yeah, here. This paint job will finally make us stand out. They will see that we're not like everyone else. Am I the only one who prefers to not stand out around here? Time to head back to the trader.
Do you feel like the raise in pay for this mission is not an adequate amount to compensate for traveling between planets as well? That sounds like a forum post, actually. That sounds like I could see that argument being made, but I'd like to see what other people think on that as well. And through the course of these streams, we try not to have discussions about what ifs and game balance through them, because that way we would just be talking about game dev the entire time, and we want to focus on questions individuals have about like the content that's coming and like what's expected and stuff like that, so we can iron out those details. So it's a good question.
They're exactly the same as the guys you just made me fight. Nah, there's a big difference. Return to my shop and you'll understand.
Bearden says, I'm fairly sure the game isn't developed to tax a 3090 down to 60 frames per second. I guarantee you that's the case, in fact. Like, if you wanted to, like, there are so many tools available to anybody who owns a computer to allow for things to happen that wouldn't otherwise happen. You just have to be mindful of what you're doing, otherwise you could very realistically fry your computer. What's the name for the mission again? This is the good, the bad, and the decent. This one actually is, we've received a lot of feedback on this mission. It's gone through a number of adjustments already. And you may have even seen when we were battling the enemies during the mission, the levels of the enemies were actually like just under what level we were. Much like the enemies here, they're all level 9s, whereas I'm level 10, But the mission itself, if we look at it, it says it's a level 4. Now again, this is something that's going to be rectified in the future, and how these missions are labeled. Because right now this is completely misleading, we understand that. But we are using some soft level scaling. Oh my gosh, he's opened up a can of worms, folks. He just said level scaling. That's a terrible thing in game design. Calm down. Cool your jets. We want to make sure that the loot you find is still impactful with wherever you are at, but we also want to make sure that we're still providing the opportunity of challenging areas versus easier areas. And Cedo, at its core, is an easier area to go back and explore and complete missions, much like I'm doing right now. We also didn't want you to just like go in here and then fight like level 2s and level 3s and then get level 2 and level 3 equipment that basically has zero value to you except for crafting. That's it.
Credits are mercy to the fickleness of markets.
I think a lot of the level scaling will make a lot more sense as we continue through development and you have access to far more of these areas. So you just have to give that one a little bit of time and trust me on this. But I assure you, the team and I, we've had a great mini discussion about level scaling, what to do, and absolutely what not to do. All right. See, look at that. We got a level 10 energy core, which is actually relevant. Like if we wanted to change over to boosting, I don't like how it doesn't have precision, but boosting is important for the scout. I'm kind of tempted. I think I'm gonna use this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that. I think I want more boost power. Gamepad rumble will be added when we start porting to consoles. Thank you for that clarity. And I'm Michael, I'm trying to remember, did we have gamepad rumble for Everspace 1? Like, I want to say we did. It's like completely like, because when I use controllers in Everspace 1, I know that like my first instinct, I know some of you out there are exactly the same way. Like there's certain things that you will not stand for, right? A couple things that I absolutely don't enjoy. Screen shakes, controller rumbles. Like it's just like off, like get out of here. That's just kind of like how I operate as a gamer. Now I do have screen shakes on for the duration of these streams because it adds a little bit of that added flavor to a viewer in particular. So I'm gonna freaking deal with it. But otherwise, that's just kind of how I play. All right, let's dock, get our credits.
Excellent job.
That are arguably not as much as they should be.
One more thing. Thank you. You're welcome. When the two Viper pilots came by to order the paint, the first one just barged in, slammed his money on the counter and made his proposition. While the other one began by asking if it was okay for him to dock here. When I said yes, he thanked me. Can you believe that?
That's, amazing.
Life out here is cruel and violent. Barely anyone treats their neighbor as their equal. So just hearing a friendly thank you every once in a while means something to me. Sometimes it's the small things that really make us stand out.
Yeah, right. Well, thanks for the creds, I guess.
You're very much welcome, my friend.
I read Jesse's comment that made me smile. He says, Eric wants to feel like he's flying a spaceship, not a Chevy Cavalier. I could not agree more. Oh, that's good. Thanks for the chuckle. I appreciate that. Let's see. I saw another, so Chadawi, I need you to help me understand how to pronounce your username. You've been here so many times. You deserve the respect of being pronounced correctly. But he asked, doesn't it just affect your recharge speed in regards to, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to launch. Calm down, let's go back. In regards to the energy core. And you are correct. This is just the output, and the output is how quickly you gain that energy back in that particular area. So our weapons and our shield are very in this one, but the boost is really nice. So that, coupled with the fact that the recharge speed kind of stinks on this booster, helps counteract that a little bit further so we can maximize that speed gain, what we're really going for, right? Because otherwise we could get a speed booster, which, or wait, is it a speed booster or the recharge booster? The recharge booster for recharging, the speed booster for speeding. So if you wanted to have like a really great recharge speed, you could get a recharge booster. However, that's gonna sacrifice your speed gain, right? So you just have to pick and choose, and then you have to optimize. And the way that I prefer is to use a standard booster that has a better speed gain, but then have an energy core that grants a greater boost to your thrusters. Boom, boom, there we go. That took way too long to explain. Sorry, my apologies. But lots of ways that you can mix and match the equipment to benefit you in whatever situation that you're dealing with. All right, so now I'm gonna pick up a new side mission that we haven't procured just yet by going to the sun. And then we will keep moving on. I like this question from Fins. He asks, any chance the summer update will add various engines, wings, or bodies for the Scout? I can very much confirm we will not have more engine, wing, and body variations for the Scout or the gunship for a little bit of time. Sorry, I know that's disappointing. We have a lot of focus on what we want to do to add new content to the game. So the variety, unfortunately, isn't going to be to that aesthetic just yet. But have no fear. I can assure you that there's new stuff in the works pertaining to these ships. In fact, let me just show you some concept art really quick. Let's just cut over to that. This is a good timing. Just show you what is going to be in the works. Sorry about the music there. My apologies. And just kind of like talk about this just for a little bit, not like for a crazy long time. So you guys have seen this concept art already. This was whenever we were first talking about the bomber, and the wings thereof. So you can see like from the concept art to what we've realized in game, it's almost identical. I would say there have been a couple of little changes, and additions. So like, for example, you can see this is a secondary engine. Oh my goodness, what does that mean? I don't even know. And the colors are a little bit in different spots, and you also don't see any of the highlighting colors in this piece, whereas in game they're different. But what we also have, like, furthermore, is like, here's a bomber at tier 3, or wing 3, tier 4, some concept art. Now, also keep in mind, concept art, we don't do exactly what it is, but we do like to get pretty close. So it's very likely that what you see in this concept art is going to be some new styles that you see added. Now, this cockpit and these engines you've already seen, this is just a new wing to this ship, okay? So the much more spread out bomber here. Seeing how that's going, super turtle mode I just saw in chat. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love you dearly. Then we have this one, this smaller image. I'm not sure why, actually. This is the gunship. This is a variation of Wing 2 at tier 3. So you can see different engines on the back of this. We'll go ahead and just zoom in here like that so you can kind of see that a little bit more. And some of the detailing on the exterior. So you can very quickly tell that the gunships have like these bulbous engines on the side, much like they were in Everspace 1. So a lot of that traditional colonial gunship stylization, but clearly being modified by the Coalition here, at least. And see the underside and some of the emissive light items that we are considering. And then also the engines themselves and the color scheme that you can see applied to this one. Those big old meaty boosters on the side. Next one we got, this one comes from a gunship as well, and you can see now we're really starting to see the variation because this one has a different body type and engine type as well. So it's not just the standard bodies and engines and the cockpit that you normally see with the gunship. Now you're starting to see how this is really going to start mixing and matching and shaping to different opportunities of your particular style. Again, this is a gunship. This is not a bomber, this is a gunship. And you can tell because the wings have those massive engines on them. That's the distinct quality of the gunship itself. And it's not like super wide. Though I will say that that does get pretty close to the bomber in having a wide wingspan, but I digress, okay? And here's the engine type that you can see there. It's kind of got that sort of round, what do you want to call it? I don't even know. The thin rounded sort of Millennium Falcon look, I guess. I don't know how you want to describe that. But you like that flat engine? I'm a big fan of the flat engine myself. I like the way that comes across. Or maybe the YT 2400 ship for all of those expanded universe fans out there. Anyway, next we've got a gunship at tier 2. This is just tier 2, but it's wing set 4. Look at this boy. Oh my gosh. Where's he coming from? Again, different body type, different engines, and different wings. So you can really start seeing how these different pieces, this modular approach, can shape and change the look of even just a gunship, okay? Yeah, I like that. I like that one. And per usual, we have the orange and blue engines. We have the cruise thrusters versus the what would they be called? I'm lacking the specific term. We'll just call it the standard thrusters versus the cruise thrusters. I don't know, whatever. They're all used in Superlight. And then, is that the last one? I think that's the last one. Yep. So yeah, we'll just cycle back through them once again. So this was the bomber reveal that you guys have seen before, now implemented into the game. This is a variation of the bomber. And then we've got the 3 variations of the gunship that are in the works. These are things that we are wanting to add into the game space and will be added into the game space, much like the variation you see to the Interceptor, to the Sentinel, and to the Striker. This will be applied across the board for all the different ships that are added. We just need some time to do so. Because right now we've been really hyper-focused in the 4th system. Oh my gosh. So I actually asked my boss, I was like, hey, Michael, what do you think about us showing the 3rd system today in the live stream? And he was like, bro, don't you dare, we're not ready yet. And I was like, okay, feels bad, man. And that's fine, you know, it still needs a lot of work. We'll get there. We're getting there, folks. Because when we will show you that 3rd system, oh, like I was a big fan of Union when we were building that out and talking about it and showing you what we were working on. Each one of the systems, we really want to have its own unique flair, its own theme, right? So we're hard at work on it.
Hello? Anyone home?
Huh? Who are you?
I was just passing through, hoping for some quick repairs and maybe some provisions.
You don't happen to be from the Union system, do you?
No, I'm from here.
But you must know someone in Union, right? You are a freelancer. You have a network.
Calm down, okay? Just tell me what's wrong.
Yeah, this guy.
I've been trying to contact our sister station at the Gauntlet. Something's off. I can't reach them.
Okay, all right.
I'm actually heading that way. You want me to check on them?
Yes, definitely. They were onto some very important research. Vital in so many ways you wouldn't understand.
This is the mission that killed me with mines.
Let me know once you get
when
there.
I was flying a scout.
But first, let me take care
We gotta
of
be
this.
mindful.
Of course.
All right. So I'm gonna answer a couple questions because I've seen quite a few. Will the gunship have mountable turrets? Yes. How long have you been working at the company? That's a very particular question. Let's see, is two and a half years full-time, but then before that, I also worked part-time for another 2 years or something. Why? why do you care? I started doing part-time work during Everspace 1's development. I was a Kickstarter backer and then joined the team, but yeah. Let's see. Will you add the concept art to the Everspace 2 website? Yes, that will be added eventually. The next news update drop in summer. Thanks, Michael. Goodness gravy. Michael, you have had my back all stream. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And then I saw some questions on the side of Twitch. Can we have a list of the Eterna bypasses that we have collected so we know if we are missing any? I know that there have been several individuals who have been marking all the locations of the Eterna bypasses and posting them up on the wiki. So if you want to be a part of that wiki community, I'm going to direct you straight on over to Grindle27 in the Twitch chat and also over to the Discord, where we do keep things updated over there for you guys to keep track of stuff like that. For now, because we have not implemented this very specific thing right here on the data tab. This data tab called collectibles will inevitably help you find those. It's just not implemented yet. But there's a number of you guys out there who have been like fast tracking and cataloging all this type of stuff. Some of it's changed even. So I would join the community and get invested and involved to that to make sure you're not missing a beat. Don't fly into the mines. That's a good suggestion, but I wonder what's gonna happen if I fly into the mines. I'm gonna try that first, probably. All right, I'm gonna buy this, and then we're going to scrap this, and then we're going to equip the magnetic repulsor because I love it, and then we are, whoops. Excuse me, I got so excited that I forgot how to push buttons correctly. I am going to add another charge. I really like this. Okay. Now I think we're good to go. We'll fly on out. 3D map of all locations is possible. We are not doing 3D maps of the locations. That's a bit out of our design philosophy that we have in mind. Would it be cool? I mean, I'm not gonna doubt it would be. It's just not what we want to do. So yeah, that's not in the plans. But otherwise, we do want to make it to where you have indicators on the map is the big thing that we're gonna provide. So like, you'll know if you got all the things from this site, right? Or I should maybe go over one that's detected. So like, you know the objects here, right? Those critical objects, but then also, you know, X remaining hidden things or whatever. Like, we're gonna add those sort of details to the map in time. This both comes through the team because we want to, and also we've seen the request from you guys. So it's a mutually beneficial addition we will make inevitably. Grindle's really awesome about the wiki. Yep, big respect. Yeah, completely agree. It's why, it's literally why this character right here, his last name is Grindle. Yeah, this character is Grindle. The engineer. That wasn't coincidental. You guys do amazing stuff in the community. We'll probably recognize you in the game somehow. Like, that's how indie development works. Here's another question. Does the effect of the corrosion missile stack with multiple shots, or is it only one effect at a time? Shoot, let's find out. Let's find out together, because I don't know. We need like a decent enemy to test this on. Sorry, Freighter. All right. Let's do it. Let's do a GMB fighter. We'll do this. So we're gonna fire as quickly as we can, and we'll see if it stacks. It doesn't affect neutrals. I just discovered a thing. I also want to take just a moment and point out, you guys get to see bleeding edge development in the works. So some of the stuff that I show you, it's not working how it's supposed to. Example A. So we're gonna find an enemy to test this out on now. Oh my gosh. We have to do this. So this outlaw armor drone, he's gonna be trying to run away, but we're just gonna corrosion missile him, and that should kill him off. Just boom. Maybe not. Maybe there's not enough there. But something else I want to talk about is, I don't know if you noticed that other drone got destroyed when I did that. I'm gonna shoot this scout, but the drone should get affected by corrosion. See that? Look at that. That's because these missiles are now splash damage. Okay, so now to actually test to see if it layers. We're gonna shoot these last 2 corrosion missiles. It's at 8. It just goes back up to the highest stack of 8. So effectively you restart. Oh no, it is stacked. It was totally doing double damage. Can confirm. I didn't actually know. It's legitimately why I was doing that. So now we've learned together, T3 Cube. It does in fact stack. It does in fact stack. But also keep in mind that we are not done with these secondary missiles. Like, I'm showing you these missiles like right as we've developed them and we're plugging them in. They're spawning in, like you've seen other missiles during the course of the stream. And I'm not allowed to talk about them. I'm not allowed to talk about the other missiles. I can only talk about the corrosion missile. But rest assured, like these other missiles that we're adding into the game as of right now, like, we want to make sure that they're unique and that they provide a nice opportunity, which is probably why we're letting it stack. Probably why we're doing that. Now I know that some of you might be wondering about the EMP missile and be like, well, why doesn't that one stack? Instead, it applies a 30-second EMP resistance modifier to my enemy, so I can't keep blasting them with EMP. You're right. And that was initially plugged in because it could be exploited very easily. But much as I have shown you all, the exploits in the game, like being able to cycle out missiles instantaneously, weapons instantaneously, and consumables instantaneously, we're finding ways to tweak that in a healthy capacity so that you can still explore your options without getting straight up shafted. The armor is still locked when you're not at a base. We get that sucks. We want the plating to be explorable when you're on the fly. That will also change. So the EMP missile could very well see a modification in the future too. We'll just have to see what time allows and what's revealed through the early access process, okay? It's just all part of that process. We found a flak. It's efficient. But is it? The energy consumption's a heck of a lot less than this coil gun, so I'm gonna say yes. We're not gonna use it. Let's go ahead and see if he's got a different weapon for us. We have a teleporter. I'll buy that. Another flak. Thank you, but no thanks. There's that recharge booster that I was talking about prior. And we have a shield ST, which I don't actually want. Don't want that on the scout. So we're gonna go for something else. And then 2 cargo units that are identical. Let's go ahead and cycle that out. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna answer some more questions before we launch, and then we'll go do this mission over in Union. Let's see. Were you the inspiration for the voice of Kermit the Frog, or did that wily newt simply steal it from you? I love this job so much. You guys give me so much joy. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being you and being present in these streams and asking questions and engaging and having fun. Oh my gosh, don't stop being you. But of course the answer is they stole my voice. Kermit the Frog, he took my voice. I can't believe they did that. That was like the worst Kermit the Frog. Whatever. Will we see a Switch port for this game? Not likely, unless that Switch Pro is absolutely insane, in which case maybe that'll be a conversation in the future. But no, currently right now, I can wholeheartedly say there are 0 plans for Switch. The armor limitation makes sense. How can you swap hardware like that on the fly? Okay, all right, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Video game. Because like you could say the same argument about like, well, how do you cycle a weapon on a mount on the outside of the ship, right? That's not very realistic as well. So I get what you're saying, and I hope that you know that I'm making fun of you because I enjoy you here. It's part of the experience. At the end of the day, we want you to be flying around and experimenting with new equipment that you're finding because it is a loot-centric game, right? That's the core of the gameplay experience. And if you're not able to have that accessibility, then I feel like we're not doing our part in fitting it into that specific genre, right? So that's why we want to make sure when you find something, even if it doesn't make sense to change an entire engine on your spaceship as you're flying in space, that you're able to do that to see the difference, to feel the difference, to find and tweak your performance while you're playing the game. Okay, let's keep going. Grand Theft Auto 5, holding all guns in the pockets. You know it. You know it. I feel like that's a hyper realistic, like, I don't know. Whenever I'm casually walking around, right now, I'm actually holding 73 weapons, okay? And a main battle tank. I know, it's pretty crazy, but you never know when you need it. So what if I weigh about 3 metric tons right now? It's fine. My legs can handle it. Oh, game design, it's fun. Question about stars. Any plans to add effects like occasional plasma outbursts, dark spots, or any other kinds of solar activities visible? We are absolutely planning on adding and experimenting with various solar events in the game. Space events, I should say space events. So you will see more about that. Shoot, I need to look at the timeline. Is it in? I think it might even be in the summer update. I think we're actually adding new visual stuff in the summer update. Oh my gosh. Environments. Now I don't know how detailed we're gonna get. It's like if you're expecting like a protoplanetary disk forming from the destruction of a star, I mean, we're gonna have to have a talk. Would it be cool? Yes. But there is some degree of realism we have to take into account when we're bringing all this type of stuff together. Some degree. So we'll see what we can do. I want to make sure I didn't miss any other questions while we fly into the Gauntlet, where I need to be incredibly careful and watch the entire time.
This is the research station the Cedo scientists wanted me to check up on.
It's true.
It would be surprising if there was still research being conducted here.
Yeah, let's try getting inside and see what we can find.
Oh my gosh, guys, I almost flew directly into those mines again. Oh! I like had flashbacks. That was almost like trauma. Oh my gosh. Woo. All right, let's do this better. All right. Let's do this a little bit more confidently and carefully. Oh my gosh. Quite unfortunate that Nintendo won't upgrade their console's performance up to industry standards. Hey, you know what? Everyone does things differently. Nintendo has a focus on other elements other than just making something insanely powerful. You know, some people love that, some people hate it. It's just one of the several options out there to choose from and how you want to game. And thank goodness for variety, am I right? All right, so we are going to very carefully destroy these mines that are in the way so that when we fly this direction, look at that. See how we didn't explode in a fiery ball of death? Pro tip, that's how you don't die. All right, so we now have a power socket that we need to get before we can go into this. Fun fact, I have not done this mission since I died. I forgot I needed a power socket, oh my gosh. So we are going to, again, very carefully, okay. Very carefully fly around here. We need to go in this side first, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's a couple other secrets nearby in order to finish off this mission. I think we're good, okay. Whoop! There's the generator. Oh, come on, get both shots in. There we go. Much better. We've been in this place before. You can regret getting rid of the flak for removing mines. Flak versus mines is so satisfying. True. I don't know if I'm playing a build where we broke the flak or not. We actually have a bug in the game with the flak to where the flak basically does nothing unless the particle itself runs into an obstacle, which if any of you have ever used the flak, you know that like never happens. It's meant to explode when it's nearby as opposed to directly hit. So yeah, we are on that. Also, little shout out to Kazaa for your hard work in finding all of the weird wonky stuff going on in the game. Just a little shout out for you, among other things. Okay, so the station entrance, okay, we destroyed the generator, right? So now, oh, we have to get in the other, okay. All right, I'm remembering everything as it's like, this, I'm gonna just straight up say that like this area has like been traumatic for me. That's how we're gonna do things. Now, if I recall correctly, the piece that I need in order to open this up is it on the station bits nearby, right? It's like on one of these pieces, right? Whoop! Let's not ram into the station. That would be terrible as well. But this, I'm actually really glad that we're doing this mission in a way that I haven't remembered doing the mission because it's been so long. Because this gets you to see how we have designed the game to be played, where you are literally exploring. Oh, there's the power cord dispenser right there. You're literally exploring until you find what you need. Now that is on the inside. Okay. So we have to get on the inside, put this all together. Did we go past the power cord? And surely, no, it's on the other side, right? Or did we? So the good news is that this marked on our map. This is actually why we use the systems that we do. So if you get near something, it adds it and says, hey, you idiot, you saw this, go back and pick it up. It's nice, it's pleasant. So this is an unstable power core, which means that if it gets blown up in your hands, your ship will take a lot of damage. So one must be somewhat careful. Surely nothing will go wrong here, right? Red mines are kind of hard to see in a orange nebula. So we're just gonna be cautious in our approach. Excellent. Victory is nigh. Please don't hit anything you're not supposed to. Beautiful. I just kind of like soak in the scenery here. I enjoy this. Excellent. And now we need to destroy that shield generator. Beautiful. Fly back out. You know what? I like this piece of metal. We're gonna use this. We're gonna use this. I wonder how effective this is at cleaning. I want to see what happens if I throw this at a mine. That was a terrible throw. Oh well. I had a dream. I lost it. It's okay. It's okay. We'll try again in a little bit. First, we want to go into this weird place.
They contain dead anemones. The only remaining sample still alive is located over there.
So we need to destroy these generators. Perfect. And now we can plug in this energy like so. Whoop. We get, a flak, an Eterna bypass, and a Hydra sample.
I assume the scientist can tell you more about it.
Everything else here is either dead or long gone. I guess this wraps up our investigation.
Yay! And we didn't die. Hooray! Imagine hearing Hive say, "Hey, idiot, go back." I mean, he effectively says that, but so much more eloquently. Like, let's be honest. All right, I do want to use this flak. We're gonna cycle over to this flak now. Ah! Man, just It's my favorite track so far in the game. Thanks, Kiho, for making me look like an idiot online. I want bigger and more massive enemies. That would be dope, wouldn't it? The best chair dancer in the universe? Oh gosh. Not even close. Are you kidding? Look at this face. It's the face only a mother would love. Oh my gosh. Also, look at all this stuff over here. I need it. Get in my cargo hold. Don't be anything I can't show the audience, please. That would be embarrassing. Ooh, an equalizer. I think it's only level 9 though. That, still really good. Still really good. But I think we're gonna keep what we have. If this is a level 10, I'd probably use it, I think, but 2 levels under, unfortunate. Where were we going? Goodness gravy. We need to go to, oh yeah, that's right, Twin Stations. We are heading back to Cedo. Didn't know I was a mother. Oh gosh, guys. Get that groove on. It's good to see you guys are well cultured. Frigates? Question mark. Yes. Frigates are cool. Did you guys have seen the very massive Outlaw ship? Yeah. I'm not talking about like the drone carrier or whatever. I think I even saw one over here somewhere. I'm not talking about that pathetic little thing. I'm talking, you guys, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Hang on a second. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Do I have the concept art for this? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Hang on a second. For any of you who have ever missed this, this is called the Outlaw Dreadnought, okay? This is also a little piece of concept art, but I just want to make sure that you see this in scale of this itty bitty little fighter right there. That's a fighter. That's a fighter. That's a little bitty fighter. This is the Outlaw Dreadnought, and the design mentality of this bad boy is that it is effectively, like it's like a station town. That's what I'm gonna call it. A mobile home. Wait a second. But it's where families of outlaws actually reside, be it those that are trying to protect those that they love and survive in the DMZ, or try to aggress and scavenge anything and everything they possibly can, depending on that outlaw's philosophies. Outlaws are just not operating according to the rules in play. That's what an outlaw is. You can come across decent folk that are outlaws, for example. But long story short, when you see one of these Outlaw Dreadnoughts, your first decision is going to be to either get out of Dodge or prepare yourself for a pretty substantial encounter, okay? This is the largest ship that we have shown on any of our concept art at this point in time, but there's still more coming. There's still a lot more coming. So just know, if you want to see the big ships and whatnot, we'll get there, folks. We will get there. All right, back to the game. Let's finish off this mission. And then I want to talk about you guys and stuff that you found and showcase some of your videos. What? Some of your videos? So you made some videos, some screenshotties. Do we get to sync it? How much have we revealed about the Dreadnought? I'll say this. Remember that conversation I had earlier about how creating derelict space stations in Everspace 1 really opened up a new playing field for tight interior spaces? Oh boy, I've said too much. All right, let's finish this mission. Plop!
I went to the research station, but it was in shambles. Raided, I'd say.
No, not now. They were so close.
Calm down.
They've been bioengineering hydras to neutralize radioactivity. My people at home need this.
I found a hydra sample, if that helps.
Show me. Yes. This is it.
This guy.
Please, as a sign of gratitude, take this.
Oh my God, I feel like I need to tell this guy, like, I have watched a lot of sci-fi movies and TV shows and read books. Like, you don't, experimenting with aliens, it usually leads to a bad outcome. Like, I don't know. There you go. Completing that quest. We've been making really good progress. Wow, we got a lot of nice little loot for our perks there. That's pretty good. Let's see if there's anything else to buy here. Done. Also, it has, oh yes, I love this ability. When stopped, resource scanning range increases up to 50% over time. I love it. It's like one of my favorite modifiers. And there's more unique modifiers like that in the works. I know I mentioned that earlier, but I just want to put a lot of emphasis on that. We haven't really been plugging them in because of our attention in other areas, like making sure the game freaking runs at all. But rest assured, there's a lot more developing to entice and encourage a lot of different types of playstyles. So just keep that in mind. So now that we're docked, I think we're probably gonna call it a day here pertaining to our gameplay, because again, I really want to talk about some of the stuff that you guys have been up to, what you've been doing. It's been really cool. Oh my gosh, I just popped a button. Woo! Woo! It is kind of hot. in my office space here. Maybe I should have turned on a fan. All right, anyway. So let's go ahead and we're gonna have I think a black screen here for a second, maybe. Game. Hang on. We're gonna save first. We're gonna save the stream. Stream. So we pick up right where we left off. Nice. Then we are going to exit. And that's, you don't want to see that screen. We want to talk about the images that you all have. There we go. Beautiful. So we're gonna cover the screenshots and some of the videos that you guys have been taking while you've been cruising through this early access version. And let me just say straight out of the gate that Rockfish Games, like just from us to you, thank you so much for being so passionate about our project and investing your time in not only to provide feedback to make the game better, but also to just make it more visually pleasing. You guys have done so much work in regards to helping us optimize and refine even our photo software that we've plugged into the game. So keep doing what you're doing and we'll find ways to make it even better, to make you look even greater. So this first shot, I closed my reference folder. Let's pull that back up. Okay, good. This first shot comes from Artemi. It's a Russian poster, and they might even be in the chat right now. But just such a beautiful shot. I believe this comes out of the Zarkov border control location, if I'm not mistaken. That has such vibrant use of that light source, making you all happy and warm inside, not knowing what's around the corner. It's pretty solid, pretty good stuff. All right. I missed a chat. Hang on a second. I missed part of a chat in Twitch. Hang on a second. Okay, no, I didn't miss anything. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Everything's great. There's a Kickstarter update that hints at what we might be able to do it. Yes, yeah, we got information, like individuals talking about tight interior spaces. Yes, absolutely. But otherwise, let's see. Jason requesting my voice work in the game. Goodness gravy. I don't know why you guys want that. My voice is for you and you alone, okay? All right? My voice, it doesn't belong in the game. It belongs here. My place is with my people, okay? I think it'd be kind of weird. Like then you'd hear my voice and it'd be like a breaking immersion experience. Regardless, thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate that. I don't necessarily think that my voice should be in the game. All right, so let's see. Are you able to show off photo mode a little bit? This game looks like it was made for the budding photographer. Yeah, so let me show you the photo mode through the eyes of many community persons. We've got BW Lambrecht here, who has made his getaway in his bomber. Looking to be pretty spot on fantastiosco. BW Lambrecht posts a lot of shots, and a lot of these individuals that I'm gonna be going through usually do. So just know I've had to kind of go through and pick and choose some of the best shots we've been receiving from you. Maybe you might see your own, I don't know. But we get lots and lots of shots. There's always way too much to talk about. So let's keep going so we don't lose that time. This one comes from Captain Milo. This is from Everspace 1. Still looking pretty clean, still looking pretty good. But you can like start to see how much we've advanced in our technology to make the ship shine, really stand out in Everspace 2's development, and see that like the basics of the Colonial Interceptor have vastly been improved over the course of the months, if not year or two, since the events of Everspace 1. So a lot still being done in the DMZ, people taking advantage of all the tools at their disposal. Next one comes from C. Dutson. This guy does a lot of streaming of Everspace and looks kind of like an idiot when he does so. And I mean that with all due respect. He's the greatest performer of Everspace 1 who just embraces whatever happens. Like, it's a lot of fun, high recommend. And he's got these nice scenic vistas that I really wanted to show off right now. Just a really pleasant chap, honestly. Like, really high praise. This one's in my wallpaper now, on my cycled wallpaper. Absolutely love it. We've got another one here too, being really clever with his adjustments to the shots. Pretty good shot there. Seeing how we do have some symmetry going on in certain areas. Intentional level design. Wayland Yutani, anyone? Oh my gosh, yeah. Whenever I was talking about the Hydra, yep, absolutely. But really kind of like coming together with all of these shots, I think he does a really good job of finding stuff that you just want to like look at, and it doesn't like, you're not like stressed about it, it's just like pleasant, right? Like this one as well. We've got this one, it's very mysterious, it calls to you, you're like, I want more. I want to know what's happening. Now, those of you who've played through early access, you know exactly where this comes out of. But there are some mysteries in Everspace 2 that you will need to explore, find out new informations, and also see how the world building comes together and the relationship between your character, the other factions, the other creatures, the existences that are out there that make the DMZ such a vibrant, thriving, and yet deadly space to be in. Excellent. So thanks for those shots, C. Dudson. Next we have Epsilon, and Epsilon, I am just going to give him the praise and say he is the cool guy who doesn't look at explosions, okay? He has perfectly captured these. Like, check this, look at this. Look, this is a teleporter, but still, like, very great use of jumping into the fray, seeing how it's all captured. It does a great job with this field of view, depth of field, really great. And look, another one, it's like, this is a stealth kill. You barely see his ship, right? Like, I'm kind of in front of it. Like, you barely see his ship, right? Because he's like flying through and he's just like, take this, you punk, taking him out, and then he's flying by still completely unseen. Like, great shots. Really good stuff, Epsilon. Keep it up. Big shout out to you, sir. Really like those shots that you are taking. And again, all of these are not doctored up shots. The ones that are doctored up, I will point out. But yeah, like these are all just the in-game photography of Everspace 2 in its current form, okay? Now we have Excel, which Excel, that's a great shot, dude. That's so great. He called this the portal shot, getting ready to fly through and just being able to see. That's so good, man. Like, I dig that a lot. So if you can't see the details, we're gonna zoom in just a little bit more. Boom, like, I love it. I love everything about this. It just comes together so well. I mean, I don't have words, Excelsior. Very good stuff, very creative. Brings a lot of life and meaning to me somehow. And also, I really like the look of Union. I think that just the general look of the sun bouncing off the nebulas that are vibrant in color, like it really brings that to a whole, and contrasting like this ring to warp in. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. How'd you miss that one? I don't know, man. Go back, get it. It's in the Discord. All these are coming out of the Discord. This is another one that comes out of Excelsior, who really likes to capture moods, I feel like. If the first one, if this last one was that of like curiosity and exploration, this mood is more of like mystery and maybe even fear. Like, you're not really sure what's across that next level, and when you can't see into it, it can be a little daunting of a task. And I really like the way that he's captured these different moods, these feelings that at least they invoke in me whenever I'm looking at his screenshots. It's a lot of fun. It's really great. Next one we have is also from Excelsior. This one, again, another mood, and it's just hyper aggression, right? Like, that thermogun is insane. He's been firing it for 7 days straight. Like, it's just, like, those shots, they just keep cycling around. That guy is totally dead. And I love it. Just the red coloration, the orange contrast, like it brings it to life, and it's setting moods. It's setting moods, and I really dig it. Are there plans to make the planets larger? They just seem small. JGR, that's such an interesting question. We don't want to make planets actual size because we want to make a game less than 1,000 terabytes. I mean, there's going to be some things that we do to give the appearance of large scale objects in conjunction to your ship, right? Like that. Hopefully that's a given. It's the same thing with how we are hand designing all of the locations, right? We don't want to hand design every single planet, like on the entirety of, like, we have a location you go to on the planet side that is handcrafted. So there's intentionality behind exploring that level, right? So in regards to like the actual size comparison to like the ship, probably not going to be doing too much more. It might also feel like the planets are small just because space is vast. But rest assured, we'll see 1,000 terabytes for the win. But rest assured, we'll do what we can to make sure that as you're flying through space and you're experiencing locales like this, as Excelsior's doing, this another one from Excelsior. This one also looks great when you rotate it. Can I do those controls right here? No, I can't do that. That's fine. But this also looks great in a vertical format. Getting up close and personal to those planets. We want to make sure that it's looking good and it's showing off your abilities to take screenshots. One day real-time graphic Google world map size. Oh my gosh, one day. Wow. That's intense. That's very I can't even handle that. All right, and then finally we've got a meme from Excelsior in regards to Alec being added to the game. I think that this is the perfect. We fixed it, by the way. You'll be pleased to know. We'll be pleased to know that Alec will warp in when there's more than a single enemy, and he doesn't warp out when he kills a single enemy. So if you've ever had the pleasure of fighting a drone carrier, Alec will jump in. He'll be like, hey, looks like you could use some help. He shoots down a drone and he's like, peace. Don't worry, we fixed it. We'll update it. But great meme. Love it. Thank you so much for that, Excelsior. Next one, we got a shot from Fins. It was just from his screenshot reel, I believe is what he said. Just traveling through Superlight, took a photo right in front of the star. I think that looks real nice, real great. It's got some pretty effects going on that are doing things for your eyes that make it look the way it does. I used all the terminology there. You missed it. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, great shot. Looks clean. Definitely dig it. Probably gonna add this one to my wallpapers as well. You guys just take great shots. Honestly, it's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. Will we be getting wormholes, and will they look accurate with space warping? Bloodstar, I love you. I can't answer that question. We had wormholes in Everspace 1. I can say that. So there might be a reason we would bring them back in Everspace 2, but we might also not bring them back in Everspace 2 for other reasons. It just kind of depends. It depends. I can't give you a straight answer there, because like literally there's too many. When we reach fast traveling, let's re-talk, okay? All right, next we're gonna talk about Geometry Prime's content. He's the guy who likes to look into explosions. Definitely love it, bringing it all together. It's pretty good. And really clean shots. I love the use of like just like focusing it. It has that sort of like the miniature vibe. You know what I'm talking about? Where you have like the scenic routes of like a cityscape. It's like all minis, and then you like take a macro shot. I feel like Geometry Prime does a really good job of that, except on a scale of, Everspace 2. Looks real clean. I think it comes together real nice. Good stuff, sir. Thank you so much for your commitment to excellence. We're gonna be moving through these. Oh my gosh, we're only halfway through. We gotta keep going. Here's another shot from Geometry Prime, just showing, I really like that ship too. Great wings on an interceptor. Tilt shift, thank you. Thank you for that, I appreciate it. Alec is always at Alcyon Station, Aquiline? I forgot how to pronounce it. Oh my gosh, when I go there. Okay, that's good to know. But another great shot from Geometry Prime. We got another great shot from Geometry. Like I said, he likes looking at explosions, and he does a great job with that tilt, shift. Oh my gosh, just, it's so clean. It just makes me excited for like stealth missions. I don't know, is that the vibe you guys get? That's the vibe I get. It just looks so good. I love it. I want a sensor that makes me fly under the radar for a set amount of time. Like, make it happen, Rockfish. Oh wait, we'll see what happens. Next, we've got a video from Hazy. So we're gonna go ahead and play this. So enjoy. Oh my gosh, thanks for that, Hazy. Really appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Copyright infringement time. Don't worry, we're being as careful as possible. There is another one that I don't actually know I can show with the music on. We're gonna see what I can do. Yeah, just great stuff there, Hazy. I really, really appreciate you and you making that mashup. That made me smile so hard from ear to ear. So good. Gets email from Disney. Well, yeah. Whatever. So we've got this one coming out of Everspace 1. This is Hazy's traditional green ship, which I think is pretty awesome. Thank you for showing us what you fly and how you fly. Very, very good. I'm looking forward to seeing more vistas like this one in Everspace 2, because that planet looks awfully enticing. That asteroid field does too. Oh my gosh, pretty cool. And then this one also coming out of Everspace 1. Oh my gosh. Like this is where we started with our PC console game development, okay? This was our starting point. It's only getting better from here. So thanks for these shots, helping us remember what we have to improve upon. Because I don't know about you guys, I still have a ton of Everspace 1 screenshots that are on rotation for like my desktop backgrounds and my phone backgrounds and all that type of stuff. Like freaking, and I'm not even joking, like I think I can, hang on a second. I want to see if I can show my phone screen. Hang on, let me just, like, see this? Let me see if I can, this is probably like a really bad, okay, yeah, it's green screening, but you can see like I've got a Scout warp gate on my phone. Like I'm not making this up. Like I use the photos that you guys make all the time and like rotate them. So keep it up. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so next one, Hazy didn't even realize that this was in the game actually, which I think is hilarious. But this is an energy core that you can actually find that has a special quality about it. Good stuff. Excellent. Next one, we're gonna bounce over to Johnny Hazard, bringing in a photo from Everspace 2. He says that he's been playing on a lower quality computer. Can you tell? Can you tell? If you look super closely, you can see the detail on the ship is a little bit scaled back, but otherwise, man, that is a sexy looking ship with a sexy looking angle going on. Like, I dig it completely. And even though you might have some computer limitations, Johnny Hazard, you've earned my respect for rocking it out so well and taking a really sexy screenshot. I dig it, dude. Keep it up. I want to see more. Very, very awesome. All right, so now we're getting into a slew of them from Kazaa, and Kazaa goes ham with screenshots. I'm gonna go by these a little bit faster because we are actually running out of time. So bear with me, Kazaa. We're gonna just do your screenshot. So words go. this is a bug, okay? We fixed it. But also, that's amazing. And I just want to give you all confirmation. Somebody's like, oh, dude, keep it in the game. Like, that would be so cool. Hey, we are actually planning on having some pretty intense and pretty high scale combat situations in Everspace. Yeah, we're actually planning on doing some pretty crazy stuff. So rest assured, we'll get there. All right, next one, we've got the, oh my goodness. Look at you being crafty in your setups. Oh my gosh, that's also a really nice detail on that Blood Star prospector there. I like how you're hunting him. Because this is Blood Star, the only thing that I think would make this screenshot better is just like putting it in red. So then it looks like an actual Blood Star. That's too much, isn't it? All right, let's just keep going. All right, anyway, then we have this drone carrier showing you how the drones circle around it with a nice clean look at the Ceto star in the background. Oh my gosh, I dig it so much. I love it. It's great. It's dandy. Oh, goodness gravy. Next, we got him taking a photo. This is Alec's ship. I believe somebody was like, whoa, I've never seen that ship before. Just take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Not sponsored, but definitely detail on these ships. Like, we've done a lot of work to make sure that they are unique and effective at how they come across. And you will see more and unique varieties of ships in the future. I mean, you see the Blood Star variations, you know more's coming. And if you don't know, well, guess what? More's coming. Next, we've got one where he's just full of the rage and passion of 1,000 suns, and I think it's great. I don't even know what he's destroying. I think it's a Blood Star Overseer, actually. Solid photography, just really gives you those vibes of full destruction. I dig it. Next one, we've got a very unique color grading effect here. This is an in-game shot. This has not been webcam, you calm down. This is an in-game shot. I believe it comes from several different fighters using several different thermo guns. I think, question mark? Huzzah, is that correct? You can either confirm or deny that. But the way that he's captured it and how it's all been moving around him, I think is just beautiful. It's brilliant. I love it so much. Great work. We've got another one. This is also a bug that has been fixed. So thank you for this Armada of Alec's. Very, very cool look, definitely. But we are not going to look at this anymore. I'm just kidding. We're going to look at it one more time because you can see how they align themselves, which is so cool. I really like the way that looks, but this is a bug. Again, these formations will be applicable because, like I said, we do have a means to do more large-scale situations from time to time. It's not going to be the majority of play. You guys know that. The focus is around dogfighting, but we are looking into having some of those engagements being a bit larger scale. So keep that in mind. Next one comes from Mysterious Mr. E, who never disappoints. This one has been modified, I will say that, at the very least to give it a border and also a very smug little Everspace tube at the top there, yeah. Movie poster worthy. Everything that comes out of Mysterious Mystery is just so delightful. So thank you for sharing this with us. Again, love it so much. Oh my gosh. The vibes, the feels, the mood, everything about that is just, I want more. Give me more. Oh my gosh. Another one we've got from Quattro44. I believe this was his first photographical entry into the realm of the Discord. Really digging the way that he's captured his flyby of this Outlaw Demolisher. It's great because the way that he's flying, he's upside down. It makes the ship look entirely different. So that's a pretty cool shot. I dig that. That's pretty creative. Very, very good stuff. Next, we're going for Relayed 21. And this is a little project that he's been putting together. He's just been very inspired by our work. As I fix my hair awkwardly. He's been very inspired by our work and what we're doing. He really likes the gunship, and so he's kind of making his... Calm down, webcam. I'm looking at you. Inspired to build out his own sort of 3D model that reflects the gunship in certain ways. Absolutely tell that. So I think this looks great. I'm excited to see how you build this out in the future. And what more you do with that. I think that's exciting. I think it's always great, especially if you're trying to learn any sort of 3D design stuff, to take references and like see what you can do to adopt them. I think this ship looks really, really cool. So well done to you. I'm excited to see what else you share with us. Next, we have the Chemical Bro, and bro, dude, I think I even showed this screenshot in the last stream. But I don't even care if I'm showing it again because I love this so much. Like, Union Outer Rim remote station. It's the hidden station, and he screenshotted this. Yes, he added a border in the text, but otherwise that is a straight up screenshot out of the game. And that's gorgeous, dude. That's awesome. So very good stuff. My Chemical Bro, I just want to, the Chemical Bro, wanted to just give you a big shout out because your shots have also been so insanely good. We've got this one where he's, making a bomber RFG reference there in the lower left, like it comes out of some sort of old-timey situation. I love the way that he's dropped in the bomber there. Really good stuff. And then the last thing, which I can only reference, I can't actually show, I did get confirmation. He has a video posted, and it's beautiful. It's just a bunch of, like, environment shots from Everspace 2. And what's really crazy about this, the Chemical Bro, if you're there listening, like, you actually excited me through your video and showing us how many environments we really have already under our belt in the current game, and we're still working on even more. So you going through all those environments and revealing them to us is almost like re-inspiring us to continue building out these different shapes and forms, to create intricate level design, to help you as a player understand where you can explore, where you can't, and also just stop and smell the space flowers, like it really comes together so well. So thank you for all that you do. If you want to catch his video that I want to show it you all, I just can't, go to the Discord, discord.gg/rockfishgames, and head on over to, it's the fan art channel, I believe, and watch it. It's so good. Michael's also posting the link right there. Thank you for doing that, Michael. So go watch that because the stream is over. We have showed you everything that we have needed to today, but there's still more in the books. So I hope to see you back next week when we can talk more about upcoming things. Maybe we'll have more missiles done and I can actually show you how they work and operate and how it impacts the game. But otherwise, until next time, my friends, you guys have been awesome. I have been on a black screen. I pushed the wrong button. I have been, what words? Awesomeness. Eric Schrader, Community Ambassador of Rockfish Games. Don't stop being awesome, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Woo! Toodles!
We added a really cool new device to the game that I want to talk about, but it's not quite ready yet. So be excited for a new device that will be coming somewhat soon.